Evening. Welcome to the Town of Ayer Finance Committee meeting of Tuesday, April 2nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. at the Ayer Town Hall. My name is Kurt Preskowski. I'm the chair. This is a hybrid meeting. This meeting of the Finance Committee will be held in person at the location provided on this notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation via Zoom is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in a specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. This meeting will be live on Zoom. The public may access the proceedings by joining Zoom, meeting ID 978-772-8220, or by calling 929-205-6099. For additional information about remote participation, please contact Carly Antonellis, Assistant Town Manager, at atm@ayer.ma.us or 978-772-8220, extension 100, prior to the meeting. I'm going to call the meeting to the order. The first item is I'd like to amend the agenda. The first item would be to review and approve minutes. I am going to move that we shift that to after public input at the end of the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to, or am I just seconding it?
Seconding.
Okay, I'll second your request.
Okay. All right, so all those in favor of moving the review of minutes to the end of the meeting?
Aye.
Very good. Okay, so that will bring us to our main topic of the agenda this evening, a review and vote on the financial warrant articles for town meeting April 27th, 2026. In your packets, there is a list of the titles of all of the articles. I'll be using that to record our votes on those. Then there is a copy of the memo that Robert Pontbriand, the town manager, distributed on March 30th with some last-minute notes on the warrant articles. And then the last piece is an actual copy of the warrant articles in full. Okay. So, what I would like to do is first, using Robert's, the town manager's memo of reviews and recommendations, I was going to throw that, put it to the committee if there's been any questions that they have right off the bat. And if not, Robert, would you want to just address that briefly, and then we will go into reviewing the articles themselves.
So, Mr. Chair, members of the FinCom, thank you for having us, and I appreciate Barbara Tierney, the finance manager, and Carrie Cooper, the town accountant, are here, as are some other department heads if there are any specific questions. I think we had a very successful budget forum last Wednesday, and I appreciate the FinCom's attendance and support on that. So the memo that the chair referenced, just for everybody's benefit, which is on the website and was sent to you on the 30th, as any budget, any year, it remains in draft form, if you will, all the way until it's ultimately the warrant is approved. The draft 2 budget, which we used for the forum, which you have all had since March 13th, there were some minor changes since the forum and when I sent you the memo that I wanted to highlight. Now, the changes result in about a $21,000 increase to the budget, and they're minor changes which happen every year. And just quickly, perhaps one of the most significant, so the reserve fund, when we started out the budget process, it was at $150,000, which it is this year. and then we increased it to 165,000 at draft 2 at the forum. Since the forum, as we're looking at fuel and energy outlook, since the last 3 weeks, I mean, we were doing pretty good on the fuel front, and then global events, and we're already seeing those impacts. We're recommending in the final draft that we actually have the reserve fund at 175,000. This will provide a buffer, for lack of a better word, due to the fact that the fuel and energy situation remains extremely volatile. The good news is that the town's electric rates are all locked in until November, and fuel we will be monitoring. So that was a $15,000 increase. IT services, there's a $9,000 increase. In further looking, due to increased IT service costs and with the cybersecurity, and we do have a new IT manager, has felt that adjustment was needed. Under snow removal, in 3 categories, as we haven't had a winter like this in a while. Under snow removal overtime, the DPW director recommended about a $3,000 increase due to increased overtime costs. Under snow removal fuel, a $1,000 increase, largely driven by the fuel situation. Snow removal, salt and sand on the second page, a $5,000 increase. This is due to salt and sand costs, specifically the salt cost based on trends from the DPW director. The general fuel account increasing by $1,000. The retirement of debt, which the finance manager can speak to, this was a reduction of another $15,000 from $84,648 to $69,648. Employee benefits, there was a reduction of about $4,300 there. Again, a savings that was identified. So in the bottom, so the total omnibus budget increase for draft 2 was $674,510. The final draft at $695,671, or a total increase or difference between the two of $21,161. And that would put the budget in its final form. Those are the only changes. And then the rest of the memo, what we'll get to later, highlights sort of the aspects of the warrant articles.
Okay, good. Are there any questions to Robert on the changes or the budget in general?
And I should, Mr. Chair, if I could just add, so with those changes, the total FY27 omnibus increase is $695,671, or represents a 3.47% increase over last year. And as we've been discussing throughout the process, our target was for no more than $1 million and no more than 5%. So I think that we're in good shape on that front. And then when you factor in the 2 school assessments, which there were no changes, the total budget, omnibus and the 2 school assessments, increases by $1,834,372, or 5.06% for the total budget.
Question?
Yes.
Probably for Barbara. Were the changes that you had, the reductions, were those because of the other increases to the fuel costs, or was it just sort of independent, you would identify?
For the debt service?
Yes.
So that was independent. As we grew closer to the bond issue, the treasurer bond market became clearer, and my advisors anticipated a larger premium than initially expected, and so I removed and we paid down a couple of the projects. So I had anticipated it at that time.
Okay.
And I'm happy to say we did get a very good premium at the bond issue. It goes down.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, what I am going to suggest, if there's not any other questions about the budget in general, because the next thing we're going to move is to start looking at the warrant articles. Because we actually have Robert's memo, which has notes on the warrant articles, we have the actual whole list of warrant articles. What I'm going to propose is that we start to go through them and look at them, and as we look at them, we'll do the vote right then and there.
Let's do it.
So we'll look at Article 1, discuss, vote. Article 2, vote to approve.
And I'll get it up on the screen for you too.
Okay. Does that sound good to everyone?
Yeah,
Yep.
you wanted to move the minutes.
Oh, we already did that.
Oh, did you? Corrections.
Oh no, they moved to the end of the.
What they
Okay,
moved to
good.
the end.
Ready.
We got you covered.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So the first warrant article is Article 1, salaries of elected officials.
Wait, can I have a quick, my brain is not working. The order of operations, I guess we'll say,
Okay, yes.
right, would be to pull an article, vote to approve,
Mhm.
and then discussion, and then you vote, and then a yes would be a yes, a no would be a no, and abstain is a abstain. Is how,
Okay.
I think that's how we did it last time.
Right, so we're going to review, discuss.
You make a motion.
And
Oh,
we should
okay.
also probably, like I think we did last time, sort of group similar articles together so we
Yeah.
can vote them together.
Kind of like we do with town meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Article 1 would be like, I make a motion to approve Article 1, then it's a second, and then a discussion, and then the votes get recorded as a yes is a yes, a no is a no, and a abstain is in
No position, yeah.
Is that how we wanted that to go?
Wait, do we say we make a motion to approve Article 1 or
Yeah.
recommend Article 1?
Doesn't matter. Or I guess recommend.
I don't know.
Semantics matter, I guess.
I'm not sure.
No, I think recommend would be good, because that's the,
Yeah, I think.
Spoken like the true secretary. Gotta be precise.
Word of coarseness.
so, but again, I was going to, just to double check, I was going to say Article 1, discussions, questions, and then move to vote to recommend Article 1.
We can do it that way too.
Okay.
However you want to do it. You're
Okay,
running
well,
the
no, because it's more just double
Let's
checking.
just move
No,
to recommend it. Let's get down to it.
show. Okay,
So
fine. I'll make a motion to recommend Article 1.
I second the motion.
Um, Discussion, questions?
No.
I have no discussion.
Yeah,
Nope.
let's
Seems
just
fine.
we all
Okay.
vote yes to recommend.
Well, no, okay, that's okay, so we moved, second. Discussion, there is none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 So we have 4 yeses. Okay. I move to vote on Article 2, contract funding Ayer Town Hall Clerical Union, AFSCME 93.
So moved.
I second the motion.
Okay. Discussion.
No. I think that seems fine.
Okay.
I mean,
All
they spend a
those,
lot of time negotiating contracts, right? I feel like it's in good faith.
yes.
I have no comment or question.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have 4 recommends, yes, recommends. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 3, the FY27 omnibus budget.
I second the motion.
Okay. Discussion. Done.
Eric?
No, I don't have any comments or questions on the omnibus.
I also have none.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I have 4 to recommend. Okay.
I'll make a motion to.
Wait, sir, you said you have 4 to recommend? Wouldn't it be-
4 yay votes to recommend.
You also.
Do you
Aren't we
not count us
5?
off?
That's 5 of you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Quick moment, folks, just because the chair can't count. We've
Always gotta count
moved
yourself.
and seconded Articles 1, 2, and 3, and there have been 5 votes to recommend for those 3 articles. Thank you. Okay, moving on.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 4, the FY27 Neshoba Valley Technical High School Assessment.
I second the motion.
Okay. The only discussion or comment I have on that, we do have Dr. Pigeon attending town meeting, correct?
Correct, with the presentation.
With the presentation, okay.
My only comment is I feel like every time she comes, she does a great job. I want that on the record.
Okay. With no other discussion, how does the committee vote on Article 4?
Aye.
Recommend, aye, yes.
Yes, okay, we have 5 votes to recommend. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 5, the FY27 Ayer Shirley Regional School District Assessment.
I second the motion.
Again, my one comment is that we have Dr. Renna
Yes,
is
with the
going to attend
presentation.
the town meeting to make a presentation. Okay, good.
I have a comment on this one.
Okay.
When he was here last, I asked a lot of questions, and I think most of it comes down to that his saying that it was very tight. From what I've seen, is very true. Like if they don't get their circuit breaker money and all that stuff, they're gonna have to make some hard choices very soon. So I feel like it's razor thin, but I'm okay with that, knowing that he knows that that's gonna be problematic for him. So, but yeah, I'm happy to approve it.
Okay. I think sort of follow up on that is that we should make sure that we are looking closely at the school budget throughout the year. And maybe, again, this isn't the forum to totally discuss it, but I think it's something we should look at further meetings. Is just revisit the school budget maybe during the year. Okay, any other discussion, comments? Okay, all those in favor of Article 5?
Aye.
Aye.
We have 5 votes to recommend. Okay, I move that we vote on Article 6, the Solid Waste Enterprise Fund.
So moved.
I second the motion.
Any questions, discussion?
No.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have 5 votes yes. I move that we vote on Article 7, Ambulance Enterprise Fund.
So moved.
I second.
Discussion, questions?
No.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have 5 votes to recommend. I move that we vote on Article 8, Sewer Enterprise Fund.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, questions? One moment.
We're just going real fast.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
I did. But
No.
we're on 8, correct?
yes, absolutely. Our AI assistant on the secretary is you're using pure manual.
Can I ask who made the motion and seconded that?
Andrew and Bob.
Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you,
Trying to
Robert.
confuse you. We could do it the same way every time, but we choose not to.
Okay, sorry, continue, thank you.
Okay, so we have moved and seconded on the sewer, Article 8 sewer enterprise funds. Again, any discussion, comments?
No.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
We have 5 votes to recommend.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 9, the Water Enterprise Fund.
Second?
Discussion, comments?
I think I brought it up in the meeting that I feel like 350,000 from retained earnings is an awful lot of money, and that we got to figure that out, whether it's a rate increase or whatever. And we should spend time looking at that during the year probably. But the rate review has to, like, that's more than 10% of the direct costs, right? Which is a huge number.
Yeah, I think having sat on the rate review, the consideration was that revenue has been flat the last year because of the restrictions on the wells. And once those restrictions come off, that the revenue,
With our water tank,
no, I believe the filtration, it will be up to snuff, so that once that is up to date, then water usage and revenue will increase. So that when we revisit next year, hopefully the revenue will have gone up enough that it won't be as dire as a circumstance.
And we would anticipate, when will it come online? Will it be the full fiscal year? Or
Dan's
will it
on the
be?
horn. We can ask.
Dan?
Yeah, hey, sorry, I'm kind of still in the senior center meeting a little, but so the Clearwell storage tank project, that should be completed this spring before summer demand. So July 1 is the next fiscal year. And that's going to get us back to our full capacity of the Grove Pond plant. So in recent years, we've had to purchase water from Devon's. We've had to ask businesses like Pepsi not to use as much. So our revenues are down. We weren't able to produce as much water. So we'll actually have a more normal year. So we're really in like a flux and a transition situation with the water budget. And yeah, like Kurt said, through the rate review committee, this year we've had to dip into retained earnings, which, we have kept our reserves up really high, which is the good thing. But we're hoping in the future that this will pan out and we won't be doing that next year. So it'll be we'll see. Yeah.
So you were saying the well will be on essentially the full fiscal year, so we'll have an actual good reading on how much more revenue there is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right.
Good, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. No other discussion or comments? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we have 5 votes yes to recommend. Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 10, the Stormwater Enterprise Fund.
I'll second that. Any discussion, comments? Okay.
Seems like it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Okay, very good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have 5 votes to recommend.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 11, which is the capital budget requests, the borrow section.
Okay, I'll second that. Discussion, comments on Article 11, capital budget requests? I'll just note that having sat on the capital budget committee, the capital budget committee did a good job of, well, not the committee itself, but all the town departments, in particular DPW did a good job of reducing a lot of capital budget requests for this year.
I have a question for Robert. Maybe you can answer. How many phases are there in the library renovation?
So the library renovation, the facilities department is anticipating 2, so this would be phase 1 of 2.
Okay, of similar size, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other discussions, questions, comments? Okay.
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have 5 votes yes to recommend Article 11.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 12, the capital budget requests for capital stabilization.
I will second that. Okay, any discussion or comments on these items?
Wait, I don't remember seeing the $50,000 Intune SharePoint computer. What's with that? Is that just the IT upgrade? We have
Yes.
SharePoint in the town?
We're in the process, yes. So this is part of the computer replacement in the Intune SharePoint.
Okay.
And it was part of the February 5th capital that was approved by the Capital Planning Committee.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other discussion, comments? All those in favor of Article 12?
Aye.
Aye.
5 votes to recommend.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 13, transfer of unexpected bond proceeds for fiscal year 2026 annual road paving project.
I'll second that. Okay. Discussion, comments?
It's just returning money, right, that we didn't borrow.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Correct, yes. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I have 5 votes to recommend.
I would like to make a motion to approve Article 14, transfer of funds from the town's PFAS settlement fund for the Spectacle Pond and Grove Pond PFAS media replacement projects.
I'll second that.
It
Any
seems,
discussion or comments?
seems like a great use of PFAS money, but it's gonna run out eventually, so we should think about that next year. I looked it up this week. We have another couple of years left, so if we use it just for that. So.
On the PFAS, the overall PFAS fund, yes. So that's, yeah, just a good, what is the timeline on the PFAS settlement funds?
So is that, Mr. Chair, so we're currently involved in various lawsuits against PFAS manufacturers. And as these cases are settled, in most cases, none of them have gone to trial, but have settled, we have gotten settlement funds. You see in the note, we have just over 1.8 million right now in settlement funds. We have set up why there's a warrant article is the settlement fund can only be used for PFAS related expenses subject to town meeting approval. So the recommendation for this year from the DPW director and the water and sewer superintendent was this $425,000 to replace the PFAS media in the 2 water plants, Spectacle Pond and Grove Pond, so that this would not hit the water rates this year, and was a good use of it. To your point, Andrew, we do have to monitor that, this is not an endless supply, though there may be some other settlements down the pike.
Great, thank you. Any other discussion, comments? Okay. All those in favor of Article 14?
Aye.
Aye. 5 yes to recommend. Okay. I make a motion to recommend Article 15, pay down of prior year borrow for capital projects.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, comments?
Love paying down debt.
Yeah, just, as always, just a shout out to Barbara. She's done a good job managing the town debt. Any other discussion, comments?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have 5 to recommend.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 16, GASB 45/OPEB.
I will second that. Okay, any discussion, comments? On Article 16? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we have 5 votes to recommend Article 16.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 17, funding of the reserve fund for future payments of accrued liabilities for compensated absences.
I will second that. Discussions, comments on Article 17?
Seems fine.
None.
Okay. Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5 votes to recommend.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 18, forward funding of the town's pension facility.
Second?
Discussion, comments? I always just like to make a comment here, having been in the retirement plan business, it's always good to see people actually forward funding pensions. That's not an often thing you see, so it's a good thing. Any other discussion, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
We have 5 votes to recommend.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 19, UDAG fund replenishment for the senior center building project. I assume that means from the senior center building project?
Yeah. Yes.
4.
So,
I'll second your motion,
Yeah.
and then you have a question, then comment.
Oh, I just didn't like the way it was written. Sorry.
Okay, oh, no, elaborate.
Well, it's just replenishing UDAG. I assumed the senior center building project was like the added line of the like, we're refunding it because we borrowed a ton of money for the senior center.
so this, through the chair, so on the UDAG replenishment article, as reviewed by town council, they like to see what the project that the funding is related to. This is in no way the total amount, obviously the project, but is the 500,000.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I just was curious about whether you needed to put that at all, right? Because we actually borrowed $1 million, right, from UDAG for the senior center project.
Yeah, they're going to replenish it in 2 years, I guess.
Well, it was just replenishing the fund, not necessarily. It seems like you're paying this towards building the project, even though that's not true. That was money. It's not totally clear,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Well, the good news is
legal language is legal language. That's fine. Just pointing out that it seems a little confusing to me. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Any other discussions, comments? Okay. All those in favor of Article 19?
Aye.
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 We have 5 votes to recommend.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 20, Stabilization Fund.
I will second that. Any discussion, comment on Article 20? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I have 5 votes to recommend Article 20.
Sorry, I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 21, Revolving Funds Article, which is amended by law and establishing fiscal year 2027 spending limits.
I'll second that. Any discussion or comments on Article 21?
Robert, could you just explain that?
Mr. Chair, through you, so required by law, town meeting has to authorize every year the revolving fund articles of the town, which this sets the expenditure limits. This is the exact same article as last year, as there's no changes to the limits. So it's a general business article. So if there were changes, they'd be flagged to increase the limits.
Okay. Any other discussion, comments? Just folks who are calling in, to make sure you please check that your phone is, computer is muted. Okay, so all those in favor on Article 21? Aye. We have 5 yes to recommend.
Like a motion to recommend Article 22, funding for aquatic weed control for town ponds.
I will second that. Discussion and comments on Article 22?
It's the second year, it's 20K. It's 50K a year, 2 years ago, so a bargain. Bargain at any price. If you ever spend time at Sandy Pond Beach and the weeds come up and try and grab you?
Okay. Any other discussion or comments on Article 22? Okay.
No.
Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 votes yes to recommend.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 23, the Community Preservation Act.
I will second that. Any discussion or comments?
No.
No, she came and gave us a blurb this time, right?
Mhm. Okay, hearing no other discussion or comments, all those in favor? Aye. And 5 yes to recommend.
I would like to make a motion to recommend Article 24, the Community Preservation Fund for Affordable Housing Trust.
I'll second that. Any discussion or comments?
None.
Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
5 votes yes to recommend. And
It's our last one, right?
correct.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend Article 25, the Community Preservation Fund for Sandy Pond Schoolhouse HVAC project.
I will second that. Any discussion or comments?
Only that there's a typo there, to see if, but it's,
Oh, yes. Good, yep, good catch, Jim. We'll fix that.
Have any of you been in there? Have you been in there?
Oh, no, I know, Jen, you've done some work around the
Yeah.
schoolhouse.
you should come.
You should invite me.
I'll tell you
Okay.
next time when there's an open house.
All right, we'll have to do a tour of the Sandy Pond
There's a
schoolhouse.
clean up on April 18th if you want to come.
I mean, it looks like when I was driving by and they were fixing the carpenters were there fixing all the stuff. It looked really nice.
That's what, the original schoolhouse in Sandy of Ayer?
It was built when Ayer was still part of Groton.
Oh my gosh, so it's older than 1871. That's when we split off.
Yeah, must be. Yeah. So,
Okay. Any other discussion, comments on Article 25? Okay. All those in favor? Aye. 5 votes yes to recommend. Okay, those are all the articles. We have those recorded. I will take this summary and present this to the select board next Tuesday. Okay, like to open the floor to any public input? Oh, Pauline?
Good evening. I needed to unmute. Sorry.
I have some very brief questions. The draft warrant that I printed today has already indicated your committee made certain recommendations, specifically on Article 2, 1 and 2. I'm curious when you did that?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
those are ministerial typos from a previous draft. You voted them tonight, so apologies.
Fair enough, thank you for that. This is just a comment from a taxpayer. I am fascinated that nobody on the Finance Committee had a single question about anything on the omnibus budget. Any comment? You can say no.
I'll respond,
Go ahead.
Pauline.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
My name is Bob France. I'm going to respond to your question, Pauline. Are you talking about tonight's meeting, that we didn't have any questions?
Correct.
Well,
This is
that's-
the night the Finance Committee approves the omnibus budget on the warrant.
Understand.
Yeah, we got that.
We understand, but we've reviewed this multiple times. And the last meeting was draft number 2, in which we reviewed and supplementary, Robert updated the omnibus budget with the amendments that were shown on these, his summary. See, that he sent out on the 30th, March 30th. So all of our discussions have occurred earlier in previous meetings.
Thank you, Bob, for that.
You're
So
welcome.
you all reviewed draft 2 and approved everything on the omnibus budget that was presented at that point. I did not find a draft 3. Is there one?
There's a revision to draft 2, the supplemental omnibus budget, and the amendments were indicated on Robert's summary on March 30th.
And which we reviewed this evening.
Correct. Yep.
Yep, fair enough. I've listened to all that. Robert, is there an actual draft 3 of the omnibus? Because I know I've had trouble trying to find things on the new website. If there's an actual draft 3, if you could just let me know where I can find it, I'd appreciate that.
Through the chair. So Pauline, tomorrow, as part of the select board packet, will be the final budget that will have the omnibus insert. It is the same. It's the same as draft 2, except the memo I sent to the board, there were $21,161 worth of changes from draft 2. So that memo identifies that. But you'll have the final will be in the packet.
Thank you for that. I will try to figure it all out online tomorrow. Comment I'd like to make about Article 19. Andrew, I'm feeding more off what you said. Article 19, UDAG replacement of funding for the senior center. Y'all will remember we were told our tax dollars are not going to pay for this. We're going to fund it from this. We're going to fund it from that. We're going to fund it from something else. The funding to UDAG, the replenishment to UDAG, is nothing more than funding from our tax dollars. And I do believe the public, the residents, the taxpayers need to understand that. This has happened multiple times. I've raised it every time it happens. This is not funding from some source that just appeared. This is funding from free cash, which is basically our tax dollars that were not used for other things. So in the long run, the senior center is ultimately going to be funded 75 to 90% from tax revenue, even though the committee continues to want to tell us that is not the case. That's just a comment. You all can respond if you'd like, but no need.
Can I say one thing to that?
Yes.
Pauline, yeah, I agree with you. I think we mostly addressed that when the senior center committee came to our committee meeting, and I mentioned it in the town meeting where I spoke for the no vote.
I agree, Andrew, and I appreciate and commend you for that. It's not always easy to say no to something. Moving on to Article 20, is there no capital stabilization funding this year?
They're in the same article, right? There's capital stabilization and regular stabilization are combined.
Oh, I think you're right. I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm sitting here without a light at the moment. I'm having a hard time reading this.
It's
But
okay.
usually, Robert, I'm sorry, Robert, aren't they usually separate articles?
No, this is the standard article we've used for 16 years.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm getting old.
That's
So
all
I
right.
forget. Article 21. Two questions. The 4th of July fund currently has some funds in it, I don't know what. The revolving fund allows them to spend up to $30,000. There's no committee, correct?
Through the chair, there is no active committee at this time, and the limit, as Pauline said, for the article is $30,000, and there's approximately $16,000 in the revolving amount for 4th of July right now.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to bother with that whole topic. The Parks Fund for $75,000. I'm getting old. Maybe I forgot that, but what exactly does that entail?
I'm sorry, through the chair.
Parks, yeah.
Parks Fund.
Excuse me, Chair, I have to leave. So,
Okay.
excuse me.
Okay,
Thank you,
Robert.
Bob. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, Bob.
Good night.
Good night, Bob. Thank you for your answer.
So, through the chair, to Pauline, so the parks, that's the parks revolving fund, which is under the Parks Commission, that they can, the money they take in from, for example, when you go to the beach, out-of-town folks, different fees that they collect, they can use back for parks.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you for clarifying. I forgot about that.
Yep.
I don't go there much anymore. I think there was one other question. I'm sorry, I'm flipping pages, so I'm making noise, and I apologize for that. I did have a question about the two technical schools. No, that's the wrong word. Neshoba Valley is one technical school, and the regional school is the other. Kurt, you mentioned having a concern about reviewing the Ayer Shirley Regional School District budget over the next year. Why don't you have the same concern about Neshoba Valley? Both are just assessments. We really have no specific input, although we have representatives to both committees.
I can take that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that was me, Pauline. I think
Sorry, Andrew, sorry.
Nah, it's no worries. I think, at least from my perspective, having looked at the budgets, right, the Ayer Shirley budget, as I was saying when that article came up, is they moved a lot of stuff to circuit breaker stuff for anticipated money that they could get. And they kind of essentially borrowed as much money as they could from themselves at that time. And looking at the technical school, they actually have a reasonably healthy reserve. So I don't anticipate them needing some emergency money in this circumstance. And if they did, they have enough to cover it.
Appreciate that explanation, Andrew. Has the Finance Committee met with the Ayer Regional School Committee at all in this past year, fiscal year 26?
Yep, we met. He came, Dr. Renda came twice, actually. The first time to present the budget that we decided informally at that time that was too much, and then he came back for an update, I think 2 meetings ago?
Correct.
Before the police were here, for a quick update.
I appreciate that answer, and yes, I was there for both of those. Your comment suggested that the Finance Committee would like to meet, or at least a representative would like to meet with the Ayer Shirley Regional School Committee during the fiscal year 27 in advance of fiscal year 28 budget. Did I misunderstand that?
That was, was suggested that at a future meeting that we look at having, maybe meeting with the school mid-year, so to speak, just to keep on top of it. So we will look at that again.
Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that. That's really where I was going with it. And with all due respect, I think I suggested that a couple of years ago. These budgets are very complicated, and to just try to approve them, pardon the expression, on the fly, it just, we're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it's really imperative that we look at it over the course of the year, not 2 weeks before town meeting. That's just my take, and that's a message I've been saying for 30 years. So I just appreciate y'all taking even a look at it. Robert, I'm sorry for asking questions that I should have known the answer to, but I appreciate what all of you are doing.
Good. Thank you, Pauline, and thank you for the comments about the staying on top of the school board. So Andrew has done a good job of taking a close look at those two budgets. I actually want to give you a shout out for that. Thank you.
Well, at a future meeting, I will explain the regional growth factor calculation. I'm very excited to come give that presentation.
Yes. So, okay. Very good. Good. Thank you again, Pauline. Any other public input? Okay. All right. Hearing none. Next item on the our amended agenda is to review the minutes from the meeting minutes from January 15th and then February 5th. So you have copies of those in front of you.
I thought we
Okay,
should have
take a look
3
at-
minutes. Only 2.
We only have 2 minutes in front of us.
Yes, we did not get a copy of the March 19th meeting minutes yet, so we will have those to be reviewed at our next meeting. So we're just looking at January 15th and
The 5th.
February 5th. Yes.
I have comments when Eric's ready, or if you want to write them down.
Okay.
I was at the January 15th meeting, and I'm not in the roll call.
That was the same thing as last time too.
Yeah, but I made all these motions for later on. Just
Which are recorded in the minutes.
that's right.
Okay.
And then agenda item under rate review, the second paragraph, the second line says it doesn't appear that the proposed rate increase will be enough to offset that difference. It's like, that is a bit of a confusing sentence. Doesn't appear that the rate proposed, the increase,
The
increase.
increased rate proposed.
Yes, that's right. Will be enough. There's a double negative. A double negative in there.
Okay. So how should that sentence read then?
I'm saying it doesn't appear that the increase in the rate proposed will be enough. So scratch out not. So
Okay.
scratch out not, and then
Okay.
say, and then move increase over here,
Okay.
and get rid of the second rate. This rate.
Ah.
And then the paragraph below that, Robert's missing an E. I think that was it.
Okay.
I have one. You spelled my name wrong on the 5th.
How do I
February
spell
5th. In the it's Sealey, which is right literally everywhere else.
Ah.
There you go.
That's usually a problem with my name.
The thing is, I never know how seriously you should take this kind of thing.
It's an official
Because
document.
if you take it seriously, like this thing, there are 2 here, like on this page. It's supposed to be 3 pages, but only 2 pages are printed.
It's a good one.
But I feel like
Yeah, what is
I
page
did
2?
not do the work, so I don't want to pick on other people. It seemed like
Wait, What's wrong?
Whoever
missing page
whoever
two.
printed this was supposed to be double-sided, but only printed single-sided.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
not me.
But the thing is, there is something here that was the agenda item public input. There were 2 paragraphs from Pauline Conley. And the second one, I think is the fire department. So I'm reading page 3 of the minute from February 5th. And so here they said that the fire department planning on hiring 2 additional staff. Answer is no. They will, I think that it's meant to say they will be paid by something. They will not be paid from the budget. But here they say that they will not be paid. Both sentences say they will not be paid. So I felt like it must be. Okay. So it was printed, just not stapled. Okay, whatever.
Correct.
Wait, these are
Okay.
This is
so
1
for-
page for each.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Whatever.
page 2 for each set of minutes.
There's a page 2 for each
Yeah,
set.
but, yeah. So
The copier did not
I
work
really don't
correctly.
feel like picking on this kind of thing. I feel like if it's understood from context, you're doing this on the fly. It's very,
I mean, if it's unclear, you should say something.
But just here to say would not be paid 2 times. So I think one of them was meant to say be paid. So
Okay, so this is on the,
Yeah. So one of those knots should be paid.
on the
Should be crossed off.
February,
They,
fifth.
I think it says they
Okay.
will be paid
Yeah,
by the impact funds.
yeah,
all right, so this is on the February 5th meeting minutes.
yeah.
Ah, very good. Oh, yes. No, thank you. Jim.
Perfect.
Okay. No, this is good. Very good job.
Well, in light of that, I will make a motion to approve both minutes as amended.
I second the motion.
Okay.
Look at Jen seconding left and right.
See, I never quite take initiative.
Okay.
I only follow.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have 4 votes. Yes, aye to approve the meeting minutes. Robert did have to leave early. Okay. Our next scheduled meeting is, get my calendar up in front of me here.
Is it 1 or 2 before town meeting?
Just 1. So our next scheduled meeting is April 16th, and then town meeting is on the 27th. So we would meet on Thursday, April 16th. I think it will be a brief meeting.
What we had something on the agenda already for that. Do you happen to have that? Because you wrote out the whole year
Yeah,
until
let me
town
pull
meeting.
up, yeah. Give me 1 second here. if
It's okay. I don't have it in front of me.
I bring my computer.
You a basketball fan?
A little bit.
I just we went to Purdue.
Oh, my son goes there.
Oh, okay. He must be a basketball.
He is now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not if you go to.
Actually, for April 16th, I had TBD.
Oh, okay.
To be determined.
Okay. I can talk about the initial growth factor if you'd like.
Okay,
Let's do
so April 16th meeting, why don't we can take a look at,
Unless there's something pressing, but
we can do the technical high school formula. And why don't we just talk about that school committee, maybe having the regional school district discuss having them touch base with us mid-year. Okay, so here.
Andrew, what's the something growth factor? What are the first 2 letters?
municipal revenue growth factor, MRGF. I set out that teaser presentation.
I know.
We're
Been
gonna-
waiting for it.
We're gonna make it. I'll pull up the spreadsheet.
It's like when movies have that teaser trailer when it just shows like 20 seconds and you're like, ooh, this is intriguing.
Well, I had to go back to like 2016 where they actually made all the formulas in the spreadsheet where I could flip through all the pages. Turns out they just assume you're doing 2.5% no matter what all the time. So it's going to change by 2.5% every year. And it includes other things like excise tax and all that other stuff that's included. So they didn't miss anything. And the state aid you already get is already included in that too. So,
Okay.
no stone left unturned.
All right then. So our next meeting will be Thursday, April 16th at 6 p.m.
Perfect. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.